So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter melting in this saute pan. And of course I've got my pasta pot going again. So I'm going to start with the penne. So penne is another shortcut of pasta, looks like this. And we're going to put in a pound of penne. So a whole pound of penne goes in. You know the drill. We're going to stir this around and let that come back to the boil. So I'll put the cover on so we can get that back to the boil. All right, penne alla vodka. So here's how this can be created. There are many, many versions of this. This is my version. You want to start out with some garlic. So 2 cloves of garlic. Take the papers off. And you want to just chop that up. Chop up the garlic and get this into your butter mixture. Now, whenever I've traveled in Italy, I've never ever seen this recipe anywhere that I've been. And all my Italian friends in Italy, when I ask them if they know such a recipe, just shake their head in bewilderment, because this obviously is something that's a crossover between the culture of Italy and Americans visiting Italy and immigrating to America. So, you know, recipes get invented and they get changed. So here's the garlic. It's going right into the butter. So we want to get that soft. And with this, I like capers. So here we have capers. You can get them in brine. You can get them in salt. If you get them in brine, you can put them right into the dish that you're doing once you drain. But if you get them in salt, you want to make sure that you rinse them very well, or you're going to have a pretty salty tasting dish. So you give that a coarse chop, or I give that a coarse chop, because this is the recipe that I invented. So in go the capers. So back to the story. There is no such thing as penne alla vodka in Italia. It only exists here in America. So I'm going to give it a little heat. So a little bit of hot red pepper flakes go in. I'd say about a half to a teaspoon, depending on how hot you like things. So you get that soft. And now a little bit of salt, not much, because we have salt in those capers. And we're going to use tomatoes with this. So you want to use plum tomatoes. Here are canned plum tomatoes. Buy them in your grocery store. Look for plum tomatoes that say San Marzano style. So that's a type of tomato coming from Italy. All right, so now you put in the tomatoes, and to prevent splatters, I always pour the tomato directly over my spoon. And when it's all well mixed, we're going to add what gives this dish its notoriety, and that would be vodka. So here we have some vodka, and you want about a half a cup. So I'm going to just eyeball that. That's about a half a cup of vodka. You stir that around. This is very quick. This probably takes just maybe 10 minutes on a slow simmer. Once you have all that in and well blended, to give it its pink flavor, you want to add some heavy cream. So here we have a cup of heavy cream. Doesn't this look rich? I have to admit, this is actually pretty tasty. So you mix that all in. Let me go back to my pasta because I hear my pot singing, and take the cover off. I want to make sure that I don't overdo it here, and give this a stir and see how this is doing. All right, well, it's coming along, but it needs a couple more minutes. So you see what happens here with the cream. You get this nice pink color, and that's the giveaway that people associate with this particular sauce, the pink vodka sauce. So we have that in, simmering away, and I'm going to add some pecorino cheese, or you could use, again, Parmigiano Reggiano. And get my platter and show you how this goes. So we're going to put this on a nice platter. Take the pasta out now. Turn this down and give that a good shake. In the sauce it goes. And now we mix this around to combine all of this beautiful penne. Look at how pretty and pinky this is. I'm going to give that just a little bit more cheese in the pan, just to tease you a little bit more. So get it really hot. Mix it really, really well. Nice and hot. And now we can put it into our dish. So I'm going to turn off the heat on this now. And you just admire that. You got to have good muscles when you do this. Let's spread that out. Mix that up a little bit with the sauce.